Lost. Refunds after claiming their purchase were accident. Henrik earned approximately $5,600 from the sales, while Apple took a $2,400 commission. The I Am Rich app remains a notable example of digital art intersecting with consumer behavior and App Store economic. Lost Media Part 3. YouTube Go. So YouTube Go released in 2016 as a light version of YouTube, intended for users in area of limited connectivity and device that using low specifications. The main features is to download video, so you can watch the video offline. But along with time, the YouTube Go user is getting decreased because of this. 1. The main YouTube app has performance improvements. 2. Advances in technology and device. 3. The features in YouTube Go is limited. For the alternative, Google suggests YouTube Go users to switch to main YouTube apps. And then, the YouTube Go app was removed. And if you tried to install the app file, it's useless. The app no longer works because Google's shutting down the server since 2022. Lost Media Part 4. Lego Junior. So, Lego Junior was a game that you can customize character and ride a car to gain coin to get more vehicles. It was released on 2014, and this is my childhood game when I was a kid. But in 2019 the game was deleted because the license of the game was expired and not renewed again. But you can still find the app file on the internet. Lost Media Part 5 and Part 6. Rabbids RB Rush. So Rabbid RB Rush was rediscovered by mobile game preservationists on Reddit and archive.org after it was quietly removed from app stores. A user who had the APK file backed up shared it in early 2023. The game's files were then uploaded to the internet archive for safekeeping. The game is now fully found and playable again. Part 6. Talking Red. So Talking Red was a mobile app where you can talk to angry birds, where the red birds would mimic your voice and responds with strange. It was released on early 2010s but was removed from app stores in 2016. The full app file is still lost to its date. This make Talking Red a case of partially lost media. Credit to a daily obscure Lost Media. Lost Media Part 7. Forlorn. So Forlorn is a 2D platform that released by Rob Top in 2012. Yes, Rob Top, developer of Geometry Dash. This game never released officially, and it's still prototype. The game tells a story about Blue adventurer who was looking for a way home in the land of Buridia with magical power. And this is the gameplay. But in 2023 the prototype of this game was leaked in archive.org. And the format file is .ipa. That means this game only available on iOS. And this game is partially found. Lost Media Part 8 Talking Patrick. So Talking Patrick is a SpongeBob-themed mobile game released around early 2010s. Was believed lost after it was removed from the App Store. It was later found and resurfaced online through an old app file that had been backed up by a fan. The gameplay and file were then shared on platforms like YouTube and archive.org, confirming the game existence and preserving it for others to download and view. Credit to at Ecodrive. Lost Media Part 9 SpongeBob Game Frenzy. So SpongeBob Game Frenzy is a game that released in 2015. And this is my favorite childhood games. And this game was inspired by Dumb Ways to Die. All I know is in this game, we need to playing mini games to get the higher score to unlock the next mini game. But sadly, in 2021 this game is no longer available in App Store or Play Store. I don't know why this game get deleted, but I think this game deleted because of privacy issue. Lost Media Part 10 Old If and AF mobile game. So in mid-2014 Scott released a horror game called Five Nights at Freddy. And the game was popular at the time until now. But I remember FNAF game mobile port that released at the same time. This including FNAF 1, 2, 3, 4, and Sister Location. But in the mobile version there is so many part that missing, and it's not as good as a PC version. Because Scott was delete several parts to make the game lighter. Because phone at the time is not good as phones of today. Luckily in 2020, the FNAF mobile game was acquired by ClickTeam LLC, and the game is remastered just like the PC version. And the old mobile game was deleted, but you can still find the APK on the internet. Lost Media Part 11 Save the World app. So Save the World is an app that released by Outfit 7 in 2010. So in this app we need to save a planet. There is 3 planets that we can save is Earth, Uranus and Sun. After you save the planet, you will use the achievement as a wallpaper. Sadly, this app was deleted in an unknown date, and the reason is unknown. But you can still find this app on third-party website. Lost Media Part 12 Google+. So Google+ is an social media app that released by Google in 2011. It was predicted to be Facebook rival. The app has an interesting feature named Circles, where you can add a contact in one groups. It was going good until something bad happened to Google+. In 2017 Google+ had so many negative reviews, and considered as a failed social media app. Even feature in Google+, like Circles and Hangout look interesting, but the UI UX is confusing many user, and it's more complicated than Facebook that more simple and easy. And even in 2018, Google announcing there has been a leak of personal data of million users. Wow, crazy right? Not to mention Google ever forcing everyone log in Google Plus account to use Google service like Google Chrome, YouTube, Gmail and other things. And the average Google Plus user is a passive user. Actually, average people that log into Google Plus, it's just because it's forced, because they are only want to use Google service. And in 2019, Google announcing that they are discontinuing Google Plus forever. Even the APK file is still exists, but it's useless because the Google Plus service are shutting down and no longer works. RIP Google Plus. Lost Media Part 13 BlackBerry Messenger. So BlackBerry Messenger or BBM was an app that released in 2005. It was made by a legendary phone company called BlackBerry. It was the best messenger app at that time, and ever reaching the top one. Everything was fine until, in 2013, BlackBerry had to compete their main rival, Android and iOS. And there is another app that boomed at the same time, WhatsApp. They tried their best to maintain their glory, but it's useless. The prestige of BlackBerry is getting lower until in 2016 BlackBerry stopped making phone because losing competition. And in 2022, they announcing that they're shutting their server, include BlackBerry OS and the BlackBerry Messenger itself. The APK file is still exists, but it's useless. You can't do anything again with the app because the server already shutting down. RIP BlackBerry. Lost Media, Part 14. Google Play Music. So Google Play Music is an app that made by Google into OI. You can upload your own song, and you can listen the song offline. It was very popular at the time, but later it was discontinued in 2020, and Google Music was replaced by YouTube Music that we use until now. Fun fact, there is one cool features. You could listen offline without internet. Many users moved their old Google Play Music playlist to YouTube Music. Have you ever using Google Play Music? Lost Media, Part 15. Andromeda OS. After the Windows Phone failure, Microsoft tried to making a sequel of the Windows Phone called Andromeda OS. So, Andromeda OS is an operating system that made by Microsoft around 2017 until 2019. This operating system is specially designed for Microsoft Surface Phone. But this operating system never released by Microsoft officially. There is so many problem with Andromeda OS. 1. App compatibility issue. There is no Android app support, only a few UWP apps that available in Microsoft Store. 2. So many bug and unstable. According to internal document, this OS is not yet mature, so many crash and not ready to use by public. 3. Microsoft is shifting focus. Microsoft decided to focus on larger foldable devices. They're using Android for Microsoft Surface Duo. Even though it's cancelled, but some of the ideas are still alive. Fluid gestures used in Surface Duo Android. Modular OS evolving into Windows 1 OS cancelled too. Dual screen UI become a basic design for modern Windows. Fun fact, there is a leaked build of Andromeda OS in 2022. So many people have tried with emulator, and the UI is so unique because very gesture-centric, look like Microsoft Lumiere and modern Microsoft Surface, without taskbar and all of the navigation using swipe. To be honest, Andromeda OS is not a lost media, because lost media is a content that was previously released and then gone. But people consider that Andromeda OS is a lost media because it's a very mysterious OS, because there is only a leak, documents and leaked screenshot, and the development is abandoned. Microsoft canceled this OS and all of the internal files is saved or deleted. So Andromeda OS is not lost media, but it's similar to lost media. Lost Media, Part 16. Windows 10X. Originally, Windows 1 OS is designed for dual-screen device like Microsoft Surface Neo. But in COVID-19 era, sales of regular laptop have increased drastically. So, the dual-screen device is delayed. Microsoft decided to focus on Windows 11 that we know, instead of developing Windows 1 OS, which the market is not clear. Instead of dealing with two different OS, Microsoft taken over Windows 1 OS feature to Windows 11. Like 1. Windows 1 OS modern UI styles. 2. The new taskbar in the middle. 3. The smoother windowing. 4. Container system for application. So Windows 1 OS is dead, but remastered by Windows 11. This is the biggest problem. Windows 10 X originally designed like Chrome OS. Lighter, more secure, and application runs in container. But the Win32 app, the most important things in Windows, is run with emulation. The result, the performance of Windows 10 X is unstable, wasting battery, and many apps that are not compatible. Not to mention, Microsoft has a deep trauma because of their OS. Windows RT failed. Windows 10 OS is not selling well. Windows Phone died. They're getting trauma by releasing separated OS, which ultimately not supported by developer. And then, Microsoft decided to making one big project. Windows 11. Windows 10 X never released by Microsoft officially, but there is a ISO file of Windows 10 X that you can run in emulator, but it's unofficial. Lost Media, Part 17. Android Market. Before Google Play Store released, Android had a store called Android Market. It was released in 2008 with a simple design and limited features. It was released together with Android in 2008. In 2012, Android Market was officially closed and replaced by Google Play Store since the release of Android Jelly Bean. Now, Android Market exists only as a memory, a part of Android history. The Android Market APK is still exists in the Internet Archive, but it didn't work again because the server is dead. Sad face. Have you ever used Android Market? Lost Media, Part 18. Google Reader. So, Google Reader is an RSS app, really simple syndication app, that released in 2005 and shutting down in 2013. It's not just an app, but it's a living tool for people who love reading, news, blog, and technology. This app is very fast, light, neat, algorithm-free, and many creator and journalist writing in this app. The function is simple, collecting news and blogs from various websites without ads and without interruption. Sadly, in 2013, Google officially shutting down Google Reader. The reason is user is decreasing. Since then, the internet feels louder, more chaotic, and full of clickbait. Google Reader may be gone, but for many people, it represents a calmer and more honest internet. Lost Media, Part 19. Chattin'. So, Chattin' was in chatting apps that made by Samsung in 2011. Initially, Chattin' only exclusive released for Samsung, especially for Android and OS. Then, it was also released on iOS, BlackBerry, and Windows Phone. The feature of this app were really cool at that time. You can chat with text and group, sending photo or video, message animation, stickers, and hand-drawing features. But its fate was really tragic, because this app cannot compete with WhatsApp, Line, and BlackBerry Messenger. Chattin' users are getting decreased and officially shut down in 2015. Have you ever used Chattin'? Lost Media, Part 20. Pandof33. Pandof33 was an Indonesian YouTuber that exists since 2009, and his channel started to rising in 2013. But he decided to take a rest temporary from YouTube around 2017 because he too busy with his job in real life and hiding his old video because there is issue with his job. But sadly, his channel was hacked in 2021 and possibly never come back. And there is only a few people who upload his video. But I found a upload from thearchive.org, but I am only found a few video. Before his channel was hacked, he had time to delete his profile channel, video banner, all of them except for the original cover for a reason. He had a plans to commit suicide. He wanted to tell the story, but he was afraid of being called disobedient because he mentioned his parent. I didn't get many information about him, but I think it's enough for me. Lost Media, Part 21. Talking Loch Ness Monster. So Talking LNM was, and Talking Tom Rip OFF, that released in 2012. This game is simple. There is a Loch Ness monster that can repeating our voice with his cute voice. Sadly, this game was deleted and 100% lost. No one still saving the app file. No gameplay video. There is only the game icon and 1- to screenshot with a bad quality. The problem is why this game is fully lost. 1. No one is still saving the APK file and uploaded it to the internet. 2. No one is recording the gameplay when playing this game. So many lost media hunter tried to find the APK file of this game, but it doesn't do any good. Is this game deleted due to copyright issue, or no one cares about this game? According to you, why this legendary game was deleted and the APK file is gone? Lost Media, Part 22, Talking Cat Lover. Back in 2012 there is developer named Talking Friends Team that releasing a sequel, cat game named Talking Cat Lover. The concept of this game is very simple, which there is two cat, yellow and pink cat, that you can invite to play, giving them a fish and hear them sing. But the weird thing is, even though it was on the Play Store, this game suddenly removed from Play Store after 1 month it was released. No one is still saving the APK file or the gameplay footage that still exists on the internet. All of the link from Play Store until the archive site is gone. So many people expected this game actually was a knockoff of the Tom Loves Angela. So this game was taken down from the Play Store due to copyright issue. The scariest things is the data of the old phone in 2011 is started to decay. That's mean if there's still no one that's still saving this game on their old phone before the end of 2026. Most likely, this game will 100% lost from the internet history. But there is a little bright spot. Recently in the beginning of 2026, there is a news and image from this game is founded on the China website, Wandojia. Even though there is no footage, this proving that the digital footprints is still exist. Now, the community are racing to find the one who still saving the APK file. And let's hope the APK file of this game was discovered in this year. Lost Media, Part 23, Kingdom Escape. So Kingdom Escape was a game that made by RobTop before Geometry Dash. It was a 2D platformer game just like Geometry Dash. The lore of the game is basically that you running from a princess that was turned into monster. You can see some inspiration from Geometry Dash, such as spikes, gravity, change and the others. This game was never officially released, but I found some concept art and video from one of the developer that worked with RobTop on it as well. Unfortunately, you cannot play this game because the APK file of this game never exists. You must know Me at the Zoo was the first video on YouTube, right? But the creator of the video, Jawd Karim, has 100 video on YouTube. But now, almost all of the video disappeared. Lost Media, Part 24, Lost Jawd Karim video. You must familiar with the Me at the Zoo video, right? So many people didn't know that Jawd is often uploading video on YouTube. But almost all of them disappeared. There is totally 136 videos on his channel. Before it was deleted one by one, and only remains his first video, Me at the Zoo. He often uploading video about moments with his friends named Yakov, going to New York, playing with his dog named Yoda, even recording a plane taking off. The mysterious thing is, why is he deleting almost all of his video? So many people said that Jawd is upset because Google forcing everyone to use Google Plus account to comment in 2013. That's why he protested by deleting his video. The weird thing is, before the policy exists, his video indeed gone, only one is left. Until now, Lost Media community still trying to find the rest in the internet archives. Some of the video were found like Video Landing in Hawaii or Video Terminator to Movie Factory, while the rest are still missing. According to you, why does Jawd delete his own video? This film was a huge success and made $1 million in profit. Even Lon Chaney's Make Up was considered scary and make audience nauseous. Unfortunately, this success ended up in historical tragedy. The last copy of this film is kept in the MGM archives. But in 1965, a massive fire destroyed hundreds of rare films, including London After Midnight. This incident made the film become the most legendary lost media. We can only imagine how scary is this film through the production photos and original script. TCM TV station made a reconstruction version in 2002. The contents are just a collection of still photos combined, so we can get an idea of the story. Even the Metallica guitarist Kirk Hammett was willing to spend almost $500,000 just to buy the only remaining poster. Until now, film collectors around the world still hope that one day miracle will happen. One roll of this film was accidentally stored in old warehouse or someone's private collection. Lost Media Part 26 Exotic Iceland. In July 2013, Outfit 7 released an iOS game called Exotic Iceland. This game takes player on a puzzle-filled adventure. However, the strangeness begins here. Before the game gain widespread recognition or see a global release, Exotic Iceland was suddenly removed from the App Store. Until now, the status of this game was completely lost. Because there no gameplay video, image preview, even the description of how to play this game. There no IP file still available on the internet. There is only the app icon and release log text from 2013. Why does this game got removed? Is there any fatal bug that damages the system? Or did Outfit 7 turn it into failed secret project that was ultimately destroyed? There's no real explanation why this game is deleted. Lost Media Part 27. When the boat carrying the crew and actors capsized due to excessively turbulent current, even though the camera was still on and recording the incident. Amidst the chaos, and actress named Grace McHugh fell into the water and began to drown. A camera operator named Owen Carter immediately jumped into the river to save her. At first, Owen managed to pull Grace onto a sandbar in the middle of river. However, because the ground was unstable and the current was growing stronger, both of them eventually drowned. That made this movie become lost media. After the funerals of the two victims, the studio decided not to release the film out of respect. Most likely, the script and the film reels have already been destroyed. We only have behind the scenes photo and testimonials from eyewitnesses who survived from the tragedy. Lost Media Part 28 Calvine UFO Incident. This incident began in 1990 in Calvine, Scotland. Two hikers happened to spot a giant Minister of Defense. For decades, this case remained as a legend because the British government refused to release the photos to public. The confidentiality period expired in 2020. The public expected to see the photo. However, the government instead extended the period until 2072. Luckily in 2022, a researcher named David Clark succeeded in finding one of the original photo. A retired Air Force officer still keeps one of the photos. When it was released, the whole world was stunned because the resolution was incredibly sharp. The problem is, there are still 5 photos that remain lost media and are held exclusively by the British Minister of Defense. What exactly is in those 0.5 photos that required them to be hidden for nearly a century?
Lost Media, Part 29. Tracked down Evilville. Years later, he confirmed that he no longer possessed the original file. To date, only a few authenticated screenshots of the castle from that forum era have been recovered. Lost Media, Part 30, World Cup 2010, Animations. World Cup 2010. Animation waving flag. And singing soccer ball. Was an unofficial promotional animation for the 2010 FIFA World Cup. It was posted by a user named FunVideo. And using the song Waving Flag by Kanon. This video showing a living flying soccer ball in a stadium singing the song Waving Flag. While the flags of the various participating nations of the World Cup were seen dancing on the stadium. Unfortunately, due to copyright strike or something, the video almost completely removed, leaving only the first 8 seconds of available online with no music. The complete animation was considered lost for nearly 15 years. Luckily, in January 2024, a YouTube channel named Corruption Games found the complete version of this animation using Wayback Machine. Unfortunately, the Corruption Games channel was terminated for unknown reasons.
Thanks for watching the